If you thought the Chrisean and Blueface saga was cooling down, think again, because tonight's episode of this completely fictional dramatic retelling takes the circus to a whole new level. Picture this. Lights flashing, cameras rolling, LA buzzing, and right in the middle of it all, Chrisean Rock standing outside a packed industry event, getting denied at the door like she was never the queen of viral chaos just last week. Fans watching from across the street were frozen, whispering to each other like, "Ain't no way this is happening. Ain't no way she's really locked out." And while security stood firm, Blueface was inside acting like he owned the building, pacing through the crowd with that signature smirk like he really runs LA. Words spread fast, energy shifted, and people started pulling out their phones as if they knew a storm was coming. But the real explosion hit when Chrisean claimed a mysterious text message. Yes, a text sent by Natalie. None was the reason everything went left. And before anyone could blink, somebody stepped up and checked her on the spot, turning the sidewalk into a full-blown showdown that had fans screaming, security sweating, and the entire city watching. The night in Los Angeles had that dangerous kind of energy, the type of electricity that floats in the air before something wild happens, the type of vibe where everyone feels like the city is whispering, "Stay ready." And right in the center of that restless pulse stood Chrisean Rock, her jaw tight, her fists clenched, her whole body vibrating with disbelief as the security guard in front of her delivered the line nobody ever expected to hear. "You're not on the list tonight." His voice was flat, professional, almost emotionless, but the words hit Chrisean like a slap. For a second, she didn't even blink. She just stared, like maybe if she stayed still long enough the universe would correct itself. Fans watching from the sidewalk were in shock, whispering to each other as their phones secretly recorded everything. "Ain't no way this real," one girl muttered. Another guy leaned forward like he was watching a movie. But the cameras didn't lie, and neither did the neon sign overhead reflecting right off Chrisean's face. She was denied at the door. Her breath came out slow, like she was fighting every instinct in her body not to cause a scene. Chrisean wasn't the type to back down. Not today. Not ever. But something about this moment felt personal. Too personal. Inside the event, the bass thumped so loud it practically shook the block. Celebrities, influencers, and rappers moved through the VIP areas like they were drifting in and out of different worlds. And in the middle of all that flash and noise was Blueface, chilling like he had no clue the mother of his child was standing outside getting humiliated. He walked through the crowd with a certain swagger, a certain rhythm in his step that felt loud even without sound. People said it all the time. Blueface acts like he runs LA. Tonight, he leaned into that identity like it was part of his outfit. "Yo, Blue, you heard Chrisean outside?" One dude asked him as they crossed paths near the bar. Blueface didn't even break his stride. "What's she outside for?" he said, shrugging with a smirk. "If she ain't on the list, she ain't on the list." He said it so casually that even a guy asking the question blinked, unsure if Blue was joking or being dead serious. But Blueface wasn't known for subtlety. He was known for saying whatever he felt without thinking twice. And tonight, he felt untouchable. Back outside, Chrisean's mood shifted from stunned to furious. Her voice carried that low, controlled rage that always came right before she exploded. "Stop playing with me," she said, stepping toward the security guard. "Y'all know who I am. Why would I pull up here if I wasn't supposed to be inside? Somebody lying." The guard kept his stance, eyes forward, not folding once. "Ma'am, I'm just telling you what was communicated to me." "Communicated by who?" she snapped. That's when fans noticed her phone's screen light up. A text notification. Chrisean grabbed her phone instantly, her eyes scanning the message before her whole expression twisted. She looked up fast, shaking her head with disbelief, so deep it almost looked like heartbreak. "Oh, so this what we doing now?" she said to nobody and everybody at once. "Natalie really playing with me like this?" The crowd leaned in. Record buttons hit red. Fans held their breath. Because that one word, that name, shifted the entire temperature of the night. Natalie. Natalie Nunn. The moment Chrisean said it, people knew the drama had just hit a new level. Chrisean waved her phone, yelling, "She lying on my name? She lying on my spot. Talking about I'm not allowed in 'cause Blue said something. I know he ain't say that. I know he ain't dumb enough to say that. A guy standing with the crowd murmured, "Oh yeah, it's up tonight." Another whispered, "She 'bout to shut this whole street down." But before Chrisean could storm past the ropes or push her way into the venue, a voice cut through the tension. Loud, sharp, and ready. "Hold up. Don't lie on Natalie like that." Everyone's head snapped toward the sound. A woman, tall, bold, dramatic in every sense of the word, walked right up to Chrisean with her finger pointed. She didn't look scared. She didn't look hesitant. She looked like she'd been waiting for this moment. "You blaming the wrong person," she said. "Natalie didn't send that text. Don't put her in your drama." Chrisean's entire body shifted, her stance widening, her chin raising. "Who you think you talking to?" she shot back. "If you don't know the story, stay out of it." "Oh, I know the story," the woman said, stepping even closer. "I know Blueface told the event people he didn't want you in here. So stop acting like it's some setup. Stop acting like everybody out to get you." Fans gasped so loud it echoed. Security stiffened. Even cars driving by started slowing down to see what was happening. Chrisean blinked hard, her emotions clashing, anger, confusion, embarrassment, frustration, all swirling like a storm behind her eyes. "Blue ain't say that," she repeated softly at first. Then louder. "Blueface ain't say that." The woman folded her arms. "Then why you outside? Why he inside? Why you yelling at security instead of him?" Chrisean tried to speak, but her voice caught. The moment hit her harder than she expected. The truth, or at least the version being thrown at her, felt like a punch to the chest. The woman didn't stop. "You always talking about people jealous, people hating, people trying to block you. But maybe it's the person you trust the most messing you up." That line cut deep. Fans flinched like they felt it themselves. Chrisean's jaw tightened. "Move," she said quietly, stepping forward. The woman didn't move. "Move," Chrisean repeated. "No," the woman said. "'Cause you wrong tonight. And somebody needed to tell you." Cameras zoomed in. Voices rose. The energy on the street shifted from chaotic excitement to dangerous tension. Chrisean took a deep breath, then another, fighting to stay calm. But her eyes burned with betrayal. "If Blue really said that," she whispered, "tonight gon' be the last time he plays with me." And just like that, the story changed direction. The crowd felt it. A breakup? A showdown? An inside confrontation? Nobody knew, but everyone knew the night wasn't over. The tension on the sidewalk was electric, crackling like the sparks from a live wire. Chrisean's eyes darted between the security guard, the woman confronting her, and the flashing cameras capturing every movement. Emotions ran high, every heartbeat was amplified by the hum of the crowd and the distant bass thumping from inside the venue. She could feel the weight of the entire city's gaze on her, and it only fueled the fire inside. "Y'all don't understand," Chrisean shouted, her voice raw with frustration, echoing against the glass doors. "I got a child with this man. I'm supposed to be respected, and y'all just block me at the door? What kind of circus is this?" Her hands were shaking, but her stance was fierce, almost regal in its intensity. Fans gasped, some cheering her on, some just watching like this was a live soap opera on the streets of LA. Inside the venue, Blueface had caught wind of the commotion. He wasn't exactly pleased, but he was calm, too calm. He grabbed a bottle of champagne from a nearby table, uncorked it, and let it foam over the side while scanning the crowd. "She always gotta make everything dramatic," he muttered under his breath, barely audible over the music. Then, as if sensing the escalating situation outside, he leaned close to one of his friends and whispered, "Watch this. It's about to get messy." Back on the street, Chrisean's confrontational stare locked on the woman who had dared to step up. "You think you can tell me what's right and wrong?" she barked. "You ain't living my life. You ain't dealing with the disrespect I'm getting every day. Don't play me." The woman didn't flinch. "Girl, I've been through this. I seen the games, the texts, the lies. I'm just telling you, you need to check the facts before you throw your hands at everybody around you." Even Blueface. Her voice was calm but cutting, like a scalpel through tension. Chrisean's phone buzzed again. Another text. She whipped it out, and this time her fingers shook as she read. Her face paled, then burned red, then twisted into a mixture of rage and disbelief. Oh no. It can't be true, she whispered, so low that only the closest fans could hear. But the reaction was immediate. A ripple of murmurs spread through the sidewalk. What the hell did she get now? One fan asked another. She said Natalie didn't text me. Chrisean said aloud, her voice cracking with emotion. Then why the security just blocked me? Why Blueface ain't say nothing? Why I'm outside looking like a fool? The woman crossed her arms and leaned in slightly. Because, baby girl, sometimes people test you. Sometimes they want to see if you explode before you even step in the building. You let your emotions run your moves, and people take advantage. That's all it is. Chrisean's lip quivered. Take advantage? I ain't nobody's fool. Her hands clenched into fists at her sides, shaking visibly. She took a deep breath, trying to steady herself, but it didn't help. Not when the crowd was growing, cameras were clicking, and every eye was glued to her like she was some celebrity gladiator in a coliseum. Then the moment of escalation came, fast and unexpected. From the crowd, someone yelled, "Blueface, you better come out here and deal with your mess." Chrisean turned, wide-eyed. Blueface had noticed. And now, for the first time tonight, he looked genuinely annoyed. He pushed past the velvet ropes and strode toward the street, the flash of cameras bouncing off his face. "What the hell y'all doing?" he said, voice louder now, commanding attention. The crowd parted slightly, giving him space, but they didn't take their eyes off the unfolding scene. Chrisean's eyes locked on him. "You see what you caused?" she screamed. "You let me get blocked at the door. You let them disrespect me." Blueface raised his hands, trying to calm the situation, but the fire in Chrisean's voice only grew. "Girl, chill. I didn't tell nobody to block you. That's on the event. That's on security. You can't blame me for everything. I can't blame you. I can't blame you." Chrisean shouted, taking a step closer. "You run this city inside, Blue. You run these events. You think I don't know the power you hold?" Fans gasped again. The intensity of the argument was real, raw, and impossible to ignore. The crowd had grown to almost 50 people now, all recording, all commenting, all hanging on to every syllable like it was the final episode of a reality series. Then came the twist that nobody saw coming. Chrisean's phone buzzed again. She whipped it out and stared at it, a single message highlighted in neon red. "Check yourself." Her eyes widened. Her body froze. She looked up at Blueface, then at the woman, then back at the phone. What is this?" she muttered. The woman stepped closer, her expression sharp. "That's a check, baby girl. Somebody's calling you out. Maybe Natalie, maybe someone else. But it's a check. And you're about to get exposed if you don't handle it." Chrisean's breathing became heavy, almost erratic. She held up her phone, trembling. "You don't understand. I got receipts, I got texts, I got everything. And now they saying I'm lying?" Blueface shook his head, his smirk fading into a serious glare. "Look, you want people to take you seriously? You gotta stay in control. You can't be screaming at everyone outside while people inside are having a good time. That's your problem." Chrisean's eyes flashed with a mix of hurt and anger. "Stay in control? You talking to me about control? You don't even know the half of what I deal with every day." The crowd had reached a fever pitch. People were screaming, some cheering, some begging for calm, all glued to the drama like it was an epic showdown. "This is insane," one fan yelled. "They really about to go off right here." Then, just when it seemed like the argument might de-escalate, a new character entered the scene, someone nobody expected. From behind the crowd, Natalie Nunn herself appeared, walking with confidence, dressed in all black, sunglasses reflecting the chaos around her. Cameras zoomed in. Fans gasped. "Y'all think I'm the villain?" Natalie called out, her voice cutting through the noise like a whip. "Y'all got it twisted. I didn't send the texts, I didn't block nobody. But I am here to make sure the truth comes out. Chrisean spun toward her, eyes blazing. Then why it look like everybody ganging up on me tonight? Why everybody trying to make me look crazy? Natalie raised an eyebrow, cool as ice. Maybe because you've been letting your emotions run wild for too long. Maybe because people are tired of the theatrics. But tonight you're getting checked. Fans went wild. Phones clicked, flashes popped, and social media exploded in real time. She got checked, someone shouted. Chrisean getting checked. Blueface watched, silent, but his presence loomed large. He didn't need to say much. The tension itself carried his authority. Chrisean's whole body shook, her pride and rage colliding in a dangerous mix. You think you can just come up and say that to me? She yelled at Natalie. Natalie smirked. No, I'm not saying I can. I'm saying I did.
And you just gotta deal with it.
And just like that, the sidewalk became a full-blown reality TV battlefield. Friends of Chrisean jumped in, trying to defend her. Fans tried to mediate. Security hovered, unsure if they should step in or let the chaos unfold. And through it all, cameras kept rolling, capturing every moment, every scream, every tear, every glare. Chrisean backed up, her phone in her hand, the weight of the messages, the accusations, and the humiliation pressing down like a ton of bricks. I can't believe this, she whispered, almost to herself. I can't believe this is happening in LA right outside the building. Natalie crossed her arms, satisfied, but still watching, her posture confident and unapologetic. Blueface took a deep breath, shaking his head. Y'all really gonna turn a party into a circus? Y'all Wilden out here. But the damage was done. The crowd had witnessed the full spectacle. The tension, the accusations, the checks, the emotional betrayal, it all exploded on the street in front of everyone. And nobody could look away. As the night deepened, one thing was clear. The story was far from over. Emotions had run too high. Pride had been bruised. Fans were already theorizing who would strike next, who would flip the narrative, and what secrets would come to light in the hours to follow. LA had just witnessed a showdown that would be talked about for weeks, a dramatic collision of loyalty, betrayal, and undeniable chaos. Chrisean stood there, shaking, breathing heavy, staring at her phone like it might explode with the next text. Natalie smiled, Blueface watched silently, and the fans? They were hooked. Because in LA, when drama like this hits the streets, it's more than news. It's entertainment at its rawest, unfiltered form. The night air in LA had turned thick with tension, the kind that made every siren and car horn feel like an omen. Chrisean's hands trembled as she gripped her phone, her fingers scrolling through texts that seemed to multiply every second. Her heart pounded, every beat echoing the chaos around her. The crowd had grown even larger, spectators from all corners of the street craning their necks, trying to get a glimpse of the confrontation that had suddenly turned into a full-blown spectacle. Look at this, Chrisean muttered, showing her phone to her closest friends. This text, this is a setup. Natalie, she trying to ruin me. Her voice cracked, a mix of anger, hurt, and disbelief. Every syllable carried the weight of betrayal. The friends around her exchanged nervous glances. They knew better than anyone how volatile Chrisean could get when she felt wronged, and tonight the fuse had already been lit. Inside the venue, Blueface was finishing a conversation with one of his managers. He had seen the drama from the street, and though he tried to play it cool, a subtle edge crept into his tone. She always gotta act like she the victim, he muttered, half to himself, half to the manager. I swear, it's like every little thing becomes a war zone. He ran a hand through his hair, eyes flicking toward the street as if calculating how and when to intervene without making the situation worse. Outside, Chrisean's emotions escalated further when a reporter from a local entertainment blog pushed through the crowd. Chrisean, can you tell us what happened? Did Natalie Nunn really send you that text? The reporter shouted, camera rolling. Chrisean spun, eyes wide, face flushed with rage and humiliation. This ain't about texts. This is about respect. This is about loyalty. And nobody out here is respecting me. Not Blueface, not Natalie, not these people. Her words cut through the night, loud enough that passers-by paused to watch. The crowd gasped, some whispering to each other. Emotions ran high tonight. Y'all, this is insane. Natalie, standing a few feet away, didn't flinch. Girl, I didn't send anything. You blaming me for a mess I didn't start. Maybe if you checked your facts before acting, you wouldn't look foolish right now, she said calmly, though her tone carried a sharp edge. But hey, I'm here for the receipts to come out. Let's see what everyone else thinks. The crowd erupted into murmurs and whispers. Fans started taking sides, shouting things like, "She got checked," and "Blueface better step up." The tension was palpable, the drama escalating to levels that felt almost cinematic. Security tried to intervene, but the sheer mass of people made moving anyone safely nearly impossible. Chrisean's friends tried to calm her down, grabbing her arms, whispering in her ears. But it was futile. She was on a warpath. Her voice boomed again, now sharper, more intense. "I don't care who sent it. Somebody's lying, and I'm about to find out who. I've been disrespected too many times." Her words were punctuated with a furious shake of her phone, the screen lighting up with more incoming messages, each ping feeling like another blow to her pride. Blueface finally decided it was time to step out. He pushed past security, stepping onto the street where the chaos had erupted.
Yo.
"Everybody calm down," he shouted, trying to assert control, but the roar of the crowd made him almost inaudible. Chrisean, stop screaming at everyone. Let's talk. Let's be smart. This ain't how we handle things. Chrisean spun to him, eyes blazing. Be smart? Be smart. You run the party. You run the city, and you let people disrespect me on your watch. And now you talking about being smart? Her voice cracked under the weight of the betrayal she felt, and fans around them gasped at the raw emotion. Natalie stepped closer, raising her hands in a mock surrender gesture, her voice slicing through the chaos. "Y'all need to realize something. Chrisean's got all the emotions, Blueface got the power, and I'm just here watching how this plays out. Let's see who really gets exposed tonight." At that moment, someone from the crowd shouted, "This is getting real." Somebody grabbed the camera. This is history in the making. Phones went up, lights flashed, and the street felt more like a live reality show than a normal LA night. Then, the twist that nobody expected. Chrisean's phone buzzed again. She hesitated before opening it. The screen revealed a new message, this one more cryptic than the last. "You thought you knew. Check again." Her face paled. Her jaw dropped. She looked at Blueface, then at Natalie, then back at the phone as if it had just revealed the secrets of the universe. What is this?" she whispered, her voice barely audible over the crowd. Natalie smirked. "That's your check, girl. They're not done with you yet. This is the real test." Chrisean's friends gathered around her, trying to analyze the situation. "Maybe it's someone trying to stir the pot," one said. "Maybe it's not even Natalie this time. But girl, it's coming for you." Emotions ran high. Chrisean's breathing grew erratic, her hands trembling as she held the phone like it was a ticking time bomb. Blueface tried to step closer, to calm her down, but she swatted his hand away. "Don't touch me. Don't tell me what to do. You don't know what I've been through tonight." The crowd watched in awe. Security started to sweat, unsure if they should separate the two before someone did something impulsive. Fans whispered and recorded, hashtags already forming in the air. Hashtag Chrisean drama, hashtag Blueface runs LA, hashtag Natalie checks Chrisean. Social media was already lighting up as clips of the confrontation went live. Then came the confrontation nobody expected. A man from the crowd, claiming to have inside information, pushed forward. "Yo, I know what's going on. Natalie ain't the one. It's a setup from the inside," he shouted. Everyone froze. Phones clicked as the camera zoomed in on him. Chrisean's eyes widened, her heart racing even faster. "Inside," she whispered. Blueface frowned. "Inside what? Inside the crew?" he asked, suspicion creeping into his tone. The man nodded. "Yeah, people trying to test you, make you look crazy, make Blueface look like the bad guy. It's all fake. They got receipts, but you gotta be smart to see it. Don't let them make you the villain tonight. Chrisean's eyes narrowed. Receipts fake, trying to make me look crazy. Her voice grew low and threatening. Y'all better step careful. I don't play that game. Natalie, sensing the tension, took a step closer. Girl, the game's always been played. You either win or you get checked. Tonight, looks like it's your turn to learn. The crowd erupted in excitement. Some were shouting, "Drama! Drama! This is epic!" Others were whispering theories about who had really sent the texts, who was lying, and who was manipulating the whole situation. The night had officially morphed into a live, unpredictable drama series on the streets of LA. Chrisean took a deep breath, trying to collect herself, her phone buzzing constantly. Every message felt like another punch to her ego, another reminder that nothing in her world was simple, nothing in her life was predictable, and that loyalty was as fleeting as fame. She glanced at Blueface, who nodded silently, a look of understanding and warning on his face. "Tonight ain't over," she muttered, more to herself than anyone else. "Not until I find the truth." Natalie crossed her arms, satisfied, but still sharp. "Truth's coming, girl. You just gotta survive the night long enough to see it." And in that moment, the city held its breath. Fans were recording, talking, theorizing, and tweeting. Cameras caught every detail, every glare, every tremble of emotion. The street outside that LA venue had become the epicenter of chaos, a mix of betrayal, accusations, and shocking revelations. The night had officially entered uncharted territory. And while everyone was glued to the spectacle, one thing was certain. Chrisean had just been checked, and nothing would ever be the same again. The night had stretched long over the streets of Los Angeles, and the energy had shifted from mere chaos to a full-blown battlefield of emotions. Chrisean stood in the middle of the crowd, phone in hand, the weight of the texts, accusations, and betrayal pressing down on her like a tidal wave. Every glance from Natalie, every subtle smirk from Blueface, every murmur from the fans outside seemed amplified by the drama that had spiraled out of control. The air was thick with tension, like a storm about to break. "Y'all think this is funny?" Chrisean shouted, her voice cracking with frustration. "Do y'all know what it feels like to be disrespected in your own city? To have people try to make you look like a fool?" Her words cut through the night, bouncing off the windows of the venue, reaching every ear within a block radius. Fans gasped, some nodding in agreement, others whispering to each other like they were part of some clandestine conversation. "I ain't nobody's clown, and I ain't playing games no more." Inside, Blueface watched silently, his jaw tight, trying to gauge the best moment to step in without escalating the chaos further. He knew that outside, this wasn't just a confrontation, it was a test of power, loyalty, and control. One wrong move, and the night could turn into an outright disaster. Yet, he also knew that Chrisean was spiraling into a fury that needed to be addressed, not avoided. Natalie, on the other hand, leaned against the side of the building, arms crossed, observing with a smirk that oozed confidence. "Girl, I told you, tonight is your check. You either rise or you fall. And right now, it looks like you're wobbling on that line." Chrisean spun toward her, eyes blazing. "Wobbling? You think I'm wobbling? I'm standing strong. I've been through too much to let people like you, or anyone else, make me look weak." Her words were fierce, her pride unyielding, yet there was a vulnerability that even the most casual observer could sense. Fans whispered among themselves, sensing the raw, unfiltered emotion radiating from her. And then it happened, the moment that would escalate the night beyond anyone's expectations. Another text buzzed on Chrisean's phone. She hesitated, fingers hovering above the screen, heart racing. Slowly, she opened it. Her eyes widened, her face paled, and then a mix of shock and fury twisted her expression. The message read, "Checkmate. Time to face the truth." The crowd erupted into murmurs and shouts. "She got checked again," one fan yelled. Cameras flashed, phones recorded, social media exploded in real time. Clips of the confrontation were already trending on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with hashtags like #ChriseanDrama, #BluefaceRunsLA, and #NatalieChecksChrisean. The night had officially gone viral before it had even ended. Blueface finally stepped forward, voice steady but commanding. "All right, enough. Let's settle this before someone loses it completely. Chrisean, come inside. Let's talk like adults. No yelling, no blaming, no making a scene for the cameras." Chrisean's eyes flickered with a mix of disbelief and defiance. "Like adults? After everything tonight? After the disrespect? You think I can just walk in and act like it didn't happen?" Natalie interjected, voice sharp and cutting. "Girl, if you don't go inside, the street drama isn't gonna stop. You'll just be fueling it. And trust me, people already have opinions." Chrisean's friends gathered around, whispering urgently, trying to reason with her. "Look, we can't fix the past, but we can control how this ends. Don't make it worse out here," one pleaded. The tension reached a boiling point. Fans held their breath, cameras focused, and the entire city seemed to pause, waiting for the next move. Chrisean took a deep breath, visibly trembling, torn between her pride and the reality of the situation. She glanced at Blueface, then at Natalie, then back at the crowd that had been watching every second. Finally, with a mix of defiance and reluctant acceptance, she whispered, "Fine, but this isn't over." With that, she stepped toward the entrance, flanked by her friends, and disappeared inside the venue. The crowd murmured, some cheering, some booing, all still on edge. Inside, the atmosphere was tense. Chrisean and Blueface found a secluded corner, away from the cameras and fans. Her hands were still shaking as she held her phone, eyes flicking up to meet his. "Why didn't you tell them to let me in?" she demanded, voice low but charged with emotion. Blueface sighed, running a hand through his hair. "I didn't block you. I didn't tell anyone to. That's not on me. But I should have been upfront. I should have made sure you were on the list. I get that. But yelling at everyone outside? That made it worse." Chrisean's eyes narrowed. "You don't understand what it feels like to be humiliated in front of everyone, to have your name dragged and your loyalty questioned. You think you get it, but you don't." "I get it," Blueface replied softly. "I get that you're hurt. I get that you feel betrayed. But we can't let this ruin everything. We gotta fix it before it goes even further." The tension was thick, but for the first time tonight, there was a flicker of calm. Chrisean exhaled slowly, trying to regain her composure. "All right, but I swear, if this keeps happening, I'm done playing the nice game." Blueface nodded. "I hear you, and I promise we'll sort this out. Tonight's chaos? It's over, but we deal with the rest tomorrow. Together." Meanwhile, Natalie lingered nearby, arms crossed, observing the uneasy truce. "See?" she whispered to a friend. "They had to come inside. The street drama isn't sustainable. But don't think this story is done. It's just the beginning of the fallout." Fans outside were still buzzing, phones recording, theories forming in real time. "Did you see that?" one shouted. Chrisean got checked, but she went inside. Blueface looks serious. And Natalie's just watching. "This is insane." Another fan muttered, "This is like a live reality TV episode, but it's real life." Emotions ran high, and the family, well, whatever family they have, must be divided tonight. The night slowly began to wind down. The crowd thinned, cameras disappeared, but the echoes of the drama lingered in the air. Inside, Chrisean and Blueface sat quietly for a moment, catching their breath, processing everything that had happened. It was clear that while the immediate confrontation was over, the consequences of the night's events would ripple for weeks. Chrisean stared at her phone one last time before setting it down. I need to make sure people know the truth. The receipts, the lies, it all matters. But I can't do it tonight. Not here." Blueface reached out, placing a hand on hers. "Tomorrow we handle it. Calmly. Strategically. No more public meltdowns. You with me?" Chrisean nodded slowly, the fire in her eyes still burning, but tempered with a newfound resolve. "Yeah, I'm with you. But this ain't the end. Not by a long shot. Outside, fans whispered and shared clips, hashtags trending, debates raging across social media. Who was lying? Who was telling the truth? Did Chrisean get checked, or did she survive it? The questions lingered, unanswered, feeding the frenzy. And that's the reality of life in LA when drama hits. Loyalty is tested. Pride is bruised. Fans are shocked. Emotions run high. And the city watches, record buttons pressed, hungry for the next move. The night ended, but the story was far from over. There would be follow-ups, confrontations, and more revelations. But for now, the curtain closed on one of the wildest street confrontations LA had seen, and every fan, friend, and observer knew they had witnessed something unforgettable. So now it's over to you. What do you think? Was Chrisean truly checked, or did she manage to survive the setup? Will Blueface maintain control of the situation, or is more chaos coming? And Natalie, is she really just a bystander, or is she pulling strings behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts in the comments, let us know your take, and don't forget, if you want more updates on the latest celebrity drama, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of the chaos that unfolds every single week. Because in LA, when the streets heat up, the drama isn't just entertainment. It's reality at its rawest, most shocking, and most unforgettable form. And trust us, you won't want to blink. Alright, fam, now it's your turn. What do you think about tonight's chaos? Did Chrisean really get checked? Or is she playing everyone? Is Blueface really in control of the situation? Or is the drama just getting started? And Natalie, friend or secret mastermind? Drop your thoughts in the comments because we need to know what you think. Don't forget to hit that like button if you live for this kind of wild celebrity drama. Smash subscribe to stay in the loop with every shocking twist, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next explosive update. This story isn't over, and trust me, you're going to want to see what happens next.